William saves his sister. 2 weeks after meeting the king, William Bradford had his last day in school. Now that Mr. Brewster had promised to help him with his studies, he didn't so much mind leaving. After all, he was 13 now. He knew most boys went to work long before that. So he didn't mind leaving except for Sam White. He had seen Sam nearly every day for 4 years. They were always together. William took a longer way around to school so that he might meet Sam. They ate together in the schoolyard. At games, William always chose Sam for his team. That last day they began to walk slower and slower on their way home. "Well," William said, "I'll see you Sunday anyway, Sam." "I guess I'm going to quit school pretty soon too," Sam said. "You want to go as long as you can," William said. "School is important. It won't be much fun anymore. Look out for Timothy, will you? Give him a hand with his lessons now and then, and don't let the big ones pick on him." "I'll look out for him," Sam said, "but I don't know how much help I'll be to him with his lessons. I'm not smart like you." "Well, this is where I turn off," William said, but he didn't turn off. He just stood there in the road, not wanting to go. Sam pushed a fist into his pocket and brought out a knife. "You can have this penny whittle if you want, William," he said. "I'm not going to need it." William reached into his school bag and pulled out his inkhorn. "You better take this," he said. Sam took it. Then they both stood there in the road and kicked at the stones until they raised little clouds of dust. The dust got in William's nose and he sneezed twice. "God bless you," Sam said. William knew Sam had said this because he had sneezed. Yet he knew Sam meant it deeply, too. It was Sam who had taken him to Babworth. That was how he had met Mr. Brewster, and meeting Mr. Brewster had changed his life. "God bless you, too," he said. Then he turned and ran down the path toward home. The next morning William started to help Uncle Robert on the farm. He really lived the life of a yeoman now. Every morning he got up as soon as it was light and went out with his uncle to the fields. Tom also had left school. He was sent onto the moors with the sheep. This was easy work, and Tom had no love for hard labor. But William did the slow, back-tiring work of the hoeing the garden. He milked the cows. He yoked the oxen and led them down to the marshland his uncle was trying to drain and make into fields. He walked all day long behind them. He lifted his feet out of the thick, sticky earth until he felt that he could never lift them again. Uncle Robert and he became good friends as they worked together. Sometimes Uncle Robert would joke about Aunt Alice's nagging, or he would joke about Tom's laziness or the way his mother spoiled him. William saw that things were not too easy for Uncle Robert. He felt sorry for him. Sometimes his sister Alice would come out to the field to bring William his lunch. Then they would sit down in the shade of a tree and talk. Alice was a beautiful but rather frail girl. Her hair was so golden that it was almost white. In her tight-waisted dress with its long skirts, she looked almost like a doll. "You're too thin," William said to her one noon as he lay stretched out in the shade. "You ought to drink lots of milk. You shouldn't let Aunt Alice work you so hard." "You don't want me to get fat like Tom, do you?" Alice asked. William laughed. "No danger of that, Alice," he said. "I just want you to be strong and healthy, like me." Since his sickness years ago, William had grown sturdy from his daily walks to school and to Babworth. Now the farming had toughened him. His shoulders were getting broader. His chest was getting deeper, and lumps of good hard muscle were beginning to show in his arms and back and legs. "I'm healthy enough for a girl," Alice said in her gentle way. "And now, if I want to stay healthy, I'd better get back to the house before Aunt Alice misses me." William went back to his oxen. As he started them across the field, he looked around to watch Alice. She had gone into the pasture where the cows were grazing in order to take a shortcut to the house. Suddenly William thought of the bull. He was usually kept in a pen, but he had been put out in the pasture that morning. "Alice!" he called. "Alice, wait!" She was already too far away to hear him. William ran toward the gate in the hedge. He never paused for it. He grabbed the top of it and threw himself over. Just then Alice stopped in the middle of the field. She had seen the bull. The bull was pawing the ground and shaking his head up and down. William could see the sunlight shining on his sharp, dangerous horns. "Wait, Alice!" he called. He could feel that Alice didn't know what to do. "Wait! Don't move!" he called again. William pulled his shirt off and started waving it over his head as he dashed toward the bull. The bull turned toward him, took a few steps, and pawed the earth again. "Now run!" William shouted. "Run as fast as you can!" He kept moving toward the bull, waving his shirt. Suddenly, with a great heave of his heavy shoulders, the bull charged at William. It was a long distance to the gate. William turned and sprinted toward the gate as hard as he could. It seemed as if he could feel the bull's breath on his back. He dropped his shirt, but kept on running across the field. At last he was close to the gate. But then his toe caught in a thick clump of grass, and he fell flat on his face. He was up in a second, but none too soon. The bull was right behind him. With a final effort, he grabbed the top of the gate and vaulted over. He was safe, and so was Alice.